today's video, I'm gonna talk about how to train for size. You know, because I'm gonna do this whole series to the end. So I did strength, I did power, and endurance. And today we're gonna talk about how to train for size or gaining muscle mass, basically. So this is a little bit different. Because first, let's talk about reps, sets, and rest times, because those are the most important factors, in it. But with training for size, there's a lot of different factors that also come in play, which I'm going to explain. But first, the sets. So the best thing is to do about 4 to 6 sets. That's the most optimal range in my opinion, 4 to 6 sets. You don't need to do more than 6, and you shouldn't do less than 4, because that is an optimal amount of volume, so then the reps. The reps shouldn't be too high and shouldn't be too low. So you should stick to that middle range. So about, I would say 6 all the way to 10, maybe even 12 reps. So to give this a bigger, span, we're gonna do 6 to 12 reps. That's the optimal amount you should aim for. And always, like I said, go to failure on each set. So you should, if you pick 8 reps, then you should hit failure at 8 reps, right? Or 9 or 10 or maybe 6, but in that range. So 6 to 12 reps. Now the rest times. Now the thing is, you don't need a complete rest period just like with strength. You don't need to rest 2 minutes. And you shouldn't rest too little, because your muscles still have to recover a little bit so you can perform another set effectively. So the best rest time is usually 60 seconds to 90 seconds. So the basic guideline is a minute to 2 minutes. That's the basic guideline, 1 to 2 minutes. No less than a minute and no more than 2 minutes, right? So the best way is to just pick the middle. That's what I do. For example, I rest 90 seconds, which is a minute and a half. That's what I rest when I'm training for size and muscle mass, when I'm bulking. When I'm bulking, I always train like that, so I rest 90 seconds. That's a minute and a half. But you can pick any time from 1 to 2 minutes. That's based on your choice. Now let's go to those other factors that come into play. So the weight you're gonna use, it still has to be pretty decent heavy weight. Not just the lightest weight possible. It should still be decently heavy weight that is gonna be hard, but not so you perform 3 reps. You gotta go lighter than that to stimulate enough muscle fibers to make muscles grow. Because for muscle mass, for size, you have to break down the muscle fibers, and then they have to regrow and grow bigger. That's the way muscle mass works. So the other factors that come into play are, like I said, weight. You should still use a relatively heavy weight, and then alongside volume, you got frequency. So frequency is so important when training for size, because protein synthesis, when you train, your protein synthesis goes sky high. And the thing is, after about 48 hours, that protein synthesis drops down. And after it drops down, you have to train to make it high again. So that's why training one body part a week, that's not gonna do any good for you, because you should train every single body part at least 2 to 3 times per week. Not once. I said 2 to even 3 times. So for example, if you're doing full body, you're training every single body part 3 times a week. If you're doing the upper lower body split, you're training every body part 3 times a week. But you don't have to do 3 times, you know. There's a lot of studies proving, disproving, you know, it's between 2 and 3 times per week. So you shouldn't do every body part less than 2 times per week, and you don't probably need more than 3 times. You know, I still think 3 times per week is better, you know, but it's not, you know, necessarily proven. So it's not necessarily proven that 3 times is better than 2, but in my opinion, I just like to do 3 times a week. That's just what I do. But those are basically other factors that come into play when you are training to build muscle mass. So reps, sets, rest times, like I said, 4 to 6 sets, 6 to 12 reps, 1 to 2 minute rest time, a decently heavy weight, frequency along with volume, you know, train every body part 2 to 3 times a week. And another thing you should focus on, because you should focus on progressive overload. This is the most important thing when you're training for size, because, you know, you should focus on getting stronger and better weekly, monthly, or whatever. You should track every single rep, every set you do, every exercise, and over a long period, it's not going to be every single week, but over a long period of time, you should get stronger. You should do more reps. You should be able to lift a little more weight. It's not going to be 20 fucking pounds in a week. It's going to be maybe 1 pound, 2 pounds, you know, it's going to go slowly. But basically, progressive overload is slowly progressing over a long period of time. When you are focusing on that and really doing that, and you have all of those factors I just explained in check, you're gonna put on size, no doubt. So that was it for this video, guys. If you like this video, definitely leave a comment, like it, and subscribe. Peace out.